Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be checking out Ryan McConnell's Coque Hill Creek. Thank you to Matty from Canada who gave me a heads up regarding this course on Twitter, and he describes this golf course as a killer course. So let's check out the course details. It is a par 71. Fairways are normal, greens are firm, the green speeds are medium fast. Weather is overcast and the time of day is noon. Let's check out the settings. There are 3 tee options. We will be swinging from the black tees, which are playing 7,100 yards, and as always, pin set number 1. Thank you so much for the continued support on the channel. It truly is appreciated. If you are new to the channel, please smash the subscribe button, and if you are enjoying the content, leave a like. So hole number 1, this is going to be a short par 4 with that wind behind me. I'm not sure if we can cut the hazards on the left-hand side. It looks like the fairway is going to kick from left to right. So certainly want to take this down the centre of the fairway. Out of bounds on the right hand side, so got to be aware of that the road is OB. So I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of fade, try and find the centre of the fairway. It's a decent drive, tiny fast, but the fade is kicking in lovely, and this ball should kick over to the right hand side. I did spend about 5 minutes in the driving range, and for the life of me, I cannot get a straight-to-straightish swing line. I've got no idea what's going on. So 124 yards. I do have a 9-mile-per-hour wind behind me. I'm going to be really in between clubs here. I don't think my sand wedge gets there. We're going to have to go gap wedge with full backspin. Anything to the left-hand side of the flagstick should filter down towards the pin. It's another tiny fast, but I have pushed my swing line to the right, and that is right at it. It's long. Is it going to spin back? That's generated no backspin whatsoever. I do feel that the default ball, players who use it, such like myself, are being punished. But let's see if we can make this putt. It is downhill, 15 feet out, turning from right to left. I've certainly got the weight. It needs to start turning. It has done, and that is a superb putt. We do kick things off with a birdie. And as they say, you can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first. But hole number 2, playing 488 yards, down 31 feet. It's a narrow fairway up here with the longer driver. But just fading this once again, the wind should comfortably carry me. It's another fast, but look at that swing line. That is going to take a huge kick over to the left-hand side. And hopefully we can get over the top of this tree. Where is the pin location? 128, down 14 feet. Look at this creek, by the way. Absolutely love that. Loving the rock work it is surrounding it as well. That is a superb addition. The creek flowing right through the entire course by the looks of things. Hence the name. I'm going to try a shot here because I am really in between clubs. Let's see if we can kick this on from the heavy rough. I think sand wedge once again should be good with that 12-mile-per-hour wind. That pin is tucked right in at the front of the green. Now this should get a good kick forward. Oh, it's took a huge kick right. I have remained in the top part of the green though. It's going to leave me a lengthy putt. Green speeds are 155. This is turning from right to left. Let's see if we can drain this. These are the kind of putts I don't drop. I've certainly got the weight. Is it going to turn? Come on, ball. Turn, turn, turn. Just played that a little bit too firm. I've played that way too firm. Fortunately, it's a pretty straightforward putt coming back for the par. An 11-footer, just going left edge. That should turn. It has turned. And we do manage to walk away with a par. That was an adventurous second shot. It didn't work. Hole number 3. Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous, guys. I can truly see why Matty from Canada has tagged me in this. I think we're going to have to go pitch and wedge here with full backspin. I'm going to take a practice swing here. Do have an 11-mile-per-hour wind pushing me as well. Right, there's a far superior swing line. If only I can repeat that and hopefully get the perfect. That would be ideal. I do get it perfect. That ball shot hard left, but it should kick right here. It's going to come back down towards the flagstick, and that is a fantastic tee shot. And hopefully I can drain this birdie putt from 10 feet to complement that tee shot. It is breaking both ways. Both beads are probably going to counteract each other out. I've got no idea how that missed. Wow. I can't understand that. It wasn't the best of putt lines, but that ball just shot hard right off the face of the putter, and that is just where my game is at the moment. It's unbelievable. But we do move on to hole number 4. This time the wind is moving from left to right. It's a short par 4. I'm going to try and draw this against the wind. There's a tiny slow, but that draw is going to kick in. It looks like the green is elevated above the fairway. But we have found the centre of the fairway. And wow, the rock work is such a cool feature in this golf course. Very eye-catching, very well done as well. 13 mile per hour wind in my face. 9 iron should be good here. Just going to apply a little bit of D-loft, and hopefully this is a pin seeker. If we are long, there is a helping backstop right at the back of the green. It is a tiny fast. We're not going to need that backstop. This ball should sit down pretty quickly. It's done exactly that. That is a really good approach shot. And that has left me a 5-foot putt. This is turning from right to left. Playing it firm. We do drop that for our second birdie. It should have been our third birdie if the rain. Like I say, I've got no idea what happened on the previous hole. Hole number 5. This is the first of the par 5s, and wow. I keep saying wow, but this really is a gorgeous looking golf course. I'm going to have to drop down to the free wood here. There's a slight fast, and this ball should camber all the way down to the front of the fairway. And this should be easily reachable in 2 with that helping wind behind me.
I like that.
So 267 yards, up 14 feet. Free wood's going to be far too long, so I'm just going to loft up 5 wood a little bit and see if we can kick this on from the fairway. The slope at my feet is going to take me right, so we are aiming left of the pin. It's a lovely strike. That slope did take me more to the right-hand side. This should get a good firm bounce. It has done. And that is going to leave me a lengthy eagle putt. But we are on the dance floor. 56 feet out. 1 foot downhill. Breaking both ways, but definitely turning more from left to right. Let's see if we can get this one close. Not even thinking about the eagle putt here, guys. You see how bad my putting is. Or how unfortunate I am with some of the breaks on the green that don't seem to do what they suggest they're going to do. That is a good effort. Turn. Oh, it just burns by the right-hand side of the cup, and that has left me a straightforward 9-foot putt for the birdie. This will get me to 3 under par. So a solid start we have made here through the first 5 holes. Hole number 6 is a short par 4. This would be drivable if we had the wind with us. I'm going to try and overpower this. I don't think we will make it up onto the green, but this really is a short par 4. Love the little dike to the left-hand side of the green. So let's see if we can overpower this and run it up from the fairway. There's no out of bounds, so we are safe here. 104% power, but it is a tiny fast. This is going to kick left. We were never really getting there with that wind against us. That kick is taking me into the heavy rough. I'm loving the rock work here. That looks like what you would call here in Scotland a dike. But let's see if we can chip this up over the dike, full backspin on the chip shot, and see if we can run this up close to the hole. It's a good execution. This should release out. Is it going to turn? No, it holds its line. It just breezes by the right-hand side edge of the cup. Straightforward birdie putt, though. This is going to get me to 4 under par. But a solid golf course so far. Loving the environment. The rock work is superb. Hole number 7. This is an elevated par 3 into that wind. 181. I think 6 irons ideal for this with a little bit of topspin. Try to land this short of the pin. We do get the perfect. That wind's holding me up really, really well. Now we should get good run out here. Get in the hole, by the way. Come on, run. Fantastic effort. It's going to secure another tap-in birdie. That really was a good approach shot. But this course really does offer a lot of variety. Short par threes, long par threes, elevation gains and drops, drivable par fours as well so far. And the layout and look of the course really is exceptional. The rock work brings it alive. So this is going to be a longer par 5 due to the wind. Let's take this down the right-hand side. Fairway clearly kicks from right to left. There is a perfect. The wind's taking us around beautifully. This is probably going to kick hard left. I'm not sure if we'll reach this green in 2. Still boomed that 303 yards. 251 yards, down 27 feet. We should comfortably reach this in 2 despite that strong wind. I'm just going to loft up the 3 wood here. Wind in the slope is going to move me from right to left. Aiming at that bunker. It's a lovely strike, 103% power. If this runs out, it should be another really good eagle chance. We really are striking the ball well today so far. Long may it continue. But let's see if we can drain this eagle putt. 20 feet out, very little movement. I am going to play this firm and try and take a little bit of the break out of it. It is an uphill putt. We've got the weight and we've got the line, and it does drop right into the centre of the cup. That moves me to 7 under par, and what a fantastic front 9 we are having so far. We should be 8 under, to be honest, but we do move on to hole in number 9. This is an elevated fairway, so I'm just going to try and play a huge fade shot here. The fairway once again is going to kick me over to the left-hand side. Not the longest of drives with that wind in my face. But how do you feel about my yellow golf ball? I think it's great. This is my first round with it. It really makes the ball pop out. Easy to see. We're going to have to go 8-iron here with that wind in my face. This should be ideal yardage. Just going to apply a little bit of D-loft. Wind is going to hold me up and move me to the right, and the slope should move me over to the left-hand side. It's a tiny fast. Come on, wind. Wind's not bringing me back at all. But the greens are very receptive here. That wind is helping the cause as well, though. The ball is sitting down pretty quickly. And it's another quiet green. This should be another birdie. I'll be very disappointed if we miss this. It did turn for me. Turned right into the cup. And what a solid front 9. 8 under par. We move on to hole number 10. This is a drivable par 4. I'm going to be too long here. Let's try and play a huge draw shot and lose a little bit of yardage. It's a really good strike. The draw's kicking in. This ball should kick left. Come on, ball. Surely you kick left. It has done. Are we going to run through the green? We've just trickled through back onto the fairway. That was really unlucky. This is now actually a tough chip shot. We've got to play this past the downslope, or there's no way of this stopping. Full backspin has been applied as well. I think I've just caught the bottom of the slope. That should hold up though. Come on, ball, stop. It's a good execution. It's going to set me up for another birdie from 7 feet out. Just going left edge of the cup. This should turn. He hopes. It does turn. Great way to start the back 9 with a birdie. I do move to 9 under par. But this is a very scoreable golf course if you are playing well. I do believe that this was designed for the CC division in TGC Tours. But just drawing this tee shot combined with the wind, that's lovely. Please don't kick hard right out onto the heavy rough. It has kicked right, but it is going to hold. And that is going to be nothing more than a pitch shot into the back of this green. Let's go with full backspin here. That 11-mile-per-hour wind should be good. Anything right should work out. Oh, it's a fast. That's going to take me left. Yardage should be decent. Once again, not generating any backspin. It's a very makeable putt from 13 feet. Just got to make sure I don't underhit this. Come on, beads. The beads have done what they say, and it really is a good putt. 10 under par. High wind conditions here as well. And we move on to hole number 12. And this is the variation in the par 3s that I did mention earlier. I think 5 irons actually bang on with this 10-mile-per-hour wind. Just going to apply a lot of backspin here. It's a really good strike. Swing line is starting to improve as the round progresses. Surely this sits down pretty quickly. We are putting on a ball striking clinic here. It really is a fantastic golf course. It really rewards good shots. And I am bringing my A game to the course so far. It's another birdie, and I think we've actually birdied every hole since the third. We have, with an eagle in between. Long may this streak continue. With that 9-mile-per-hour wind, we can comfortably carry the creek here. Oh, it's a tiny slow. This may kick left back into the fairway. Get out. It has done. That's a member's bounce because that was a big slow. And that has left me 75 yards. It really is a short golf course. So that is going to be a pitch shot. Let's actually take a practice here because the pitch shot is not my strongest shot in my locker. If I could repeat that, I would be happy. Anything right at the pin should be good. It's a tiny fast. Wind's taking me round, and surely this generates backspin off the slope. Come on, ball. It's reluctantly coming back. Almost spun it back to where our pitch mark is, but that is a tough putt. Probably the toughest putt of the round so far, to be honest. So plenty of variation on the greens as well regarding the beads and the breaks. I've lost that over my shoulder. Oh, we misread that massively. Nowhere near close to the read. And that is only my second par off the round. Would you believe it? Hole number 14. It's another drivable par 4, especially with this wind behind me. But I just love the look and the environment of this golf course. The rock work is one of the best I've seen. 3-wood's not going to get there. I'm going to have to fully deal off driver here. This is a risky shot. This could go so wrong. Just applied a little bit of fade as well. Try to land this at the front of the green if we possibly can. It's a lovely strike. Get down. It needs to get down. It should kick right as well. Is the green going to hold? Oh, we're trickling off. We trickle off into the fringe. That's disappointing. Let's see if we can chip this one close. Very good tee shot. I'm so happy with my swing timing today. Probably the best it's been in a while. That's came up way short early. That's came up way short. Fortunately, it's a very makeable putt from 11 feet. That's criminal leaving that chip shot 11 feet short. There was no slope or nothing hindering me. We do make the birdie putt. I do move to 12 under par. And we step on to hole number 15. It's another par 3. Very tough pin though. Let's try and fade this against the wind. 170 down 3. In between clubs here. Let's go 8 iron with a little bit of topspin. Don't need to fade this at all. The creek is in play on the left-hand side here. It's a tiny fast. It's going to be left of the pin, and I have applied topspin, so that could run out into the heavy rough. Fortunately, it does check up, stays on the fairway, and this is a very makeable chip-in opportunity. Let's attack this. Does it have the legs? It does have the legs. We do manage to chip it in from the fairway. Fantastic chip in. It does move me to 13 under par. And we step on to hole number 16. This is going to be a longer par 4 with that 10-mile-per-hour wind in my face. Just going to try and fade this over to the center of the fairway. Not with that fast, I'm not. That's going to stay left. And that's probably going to leave me my longest approach shot on a par 4 yet. Still a lot of work to do here. 173 yards, 12-mile-per-hour wind. Look at the hazards there defending the front of the green. That's cool. I think we're going to have to go 6 iron with a little bit of backspin. Try to play for the right-hand side of the flagstick here. Wind and the slope are going to shift me over there. It's another good strike. It is tracking well. Needs to get down though. This should sit down pretty softly. It has done. It's another fantastic approach shot. I've really gotten dialed into these pins today. This would put me to 14 under par. It does disappear for the birdie. 2 holes remaining. Let's see if we can finish at 16 under. That would match my lowest round yet on PGA Tour 2K23 on Master Swing difficulty. This is going to be a long par 5. I don't think we're going to get there in 2. Loving that dike dividing the fairway there. We're certainly not going to reach this green in 2. Let's try and just chase this as far down the fairway as possible and leave myself a pitch. Let's go 5 wood. Let's play a huge fade shot as well, just to ensure we don't run out of fairway here. That slope's really going to move me left as well. That fade's kicking in superbly. And that is going to leave me nothing more than a pitch shot. 99 yards. Well, actually, this could be a full wedge for me with that wind. 99 up 11 feet, 14 mile per hour wind. Sam wedge with a little bit of D-loft should be the number. That wind's just picked up as well to 15. Let's take a practice swing on this. Big shot coming up. 103% power should be ideal as well. I repeat the power. We get the perfect. This leaking left. Come on, sit down. It's a really good approach shot. Actually generated a little bit of backspin there. It's left me an 11-foot putt. Very little movement in this. Let's play it firm. Try and take that break out of the equation. We have hit it firm. And it's a good read right into the heart of the cup. I do move to 15 under par with the final hole of this killer golf course. It's going to be a long par 4, you know, with that wind. This 15 mile per hour wind's really going to hold me up. We might actually be lucky to reach this green in 2. Certainly going to be a 3 wood, maybe even a 5 wood actually. 285 yards. We've driven that further than what I expected. No, we can comfortably reach this. That's a tough pin. Let's go 5 wood. Is 4 iron going to get there? 15. No, it's going to have to be 5 wood. I'm going to loft this up. A little bit of backspin. Slope's going to move me right, combined with the wind. So aiming at that rock pile over there. Oh, it's a tiny slope. Oh no, look how far right that's leaking. It was going to be long anyway. This could run all the way down the slope. No way. This could kill my round. Going to have to rely on my short game now. 39 yards out. I've got a flop shot made for this. Just going to apply a little bit of topspin here due to the uphill slope. Wind should shift me to the left as well. It's a tiny slope. This should run out. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. What a fantastic flop shot. Almost ran that in for birdie. But I am going to finish at 15 under par. What a fantastic round. But that is it for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. Get out there and play this killer course. But until the next video, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.